Red Stripe Football Monday is coming tonight from the Tony Spalding Sports Complex, where the home team, Arnett Gardens, will be trying to get a result against a Waterhouse team that they haven't had in 3.5 years. Rain is threatening tonight, and ferocious football also threatening, as Arnett are at home to Waterhouse.
Now, last week you witnessed the El Clasico, and on Sunday you were entertained by the Manchester Derby. Tonight we welcome you to a red-hot clash in the jungle when Arnett Gardens welcome Waterhouse FC. My name is Shawana Ebanks, welcoming you to the pregame show of Red Stripe Football Mondays. And of course, I am alongside these suave gentlemen, Lance Whitaker and George Davis. What's up tonight?
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic game. Arnett Waterhouse often delivers, and I expect a good game tonight. It will be emotionally charged for the fact of Irvina English's passing and his relationship with both teams. Both teams are quality teams. It's a business end of the season. I'm expecting nothing less than a cracker.
And you, Lance?
Well, here's the deal, Shawana. The Waterhouse team would like to become regular season champions. At the moment, they're at the top of the table, and a win tonight will help them to consolidate that position. Arnett Gardens obviously need to get in the playoff spot. Right now, they're 7th. They need a win more badly than Waterhouse does, but it's a hot game tonight. I'm not sure who's going to win.
Now, we want to see who won in game week 29, which started on Sunday. Lance, let's take a look at those results.
29, so Portmore United, the defending champions 2 years in a row, 3-1 over UWI, getting back their winning ways. Tivoli Gardens got 2 goals from Stephen Barnett in a 5-1 win over the relegation-bound Veer. Tivoli Gardens now 3 wins in a row for them. Harbourview keeping their mathematical hopes of a playoff alive with a 2-0 win over Malines, who just can't keep winning. But because the teams below them aren't doing well either, their position in the top flight appears safe. No goals at Humberland, where Dunbeholden visited, and Mount Pleasant lost their 4-game winning streak to a Cavalier team that saw their captain Siobhan Marsh scoring.
Now, George, Mount Pleasant, they will be watching tonight's fixture with keen eyes.
Yeah, if Waterhouse fail to take 3 points or even get a point from this game, it will be good for Mount Pleasant, meaning that the next matchup between Mount Pleasant and Waterhouse will be the equivalent of 2 gunfighters walking back-to-back 10 paces, turning and firing for the right to be declared regular season champions. It will all be on the line, providing, of course, that Waterhouse don't win this game or get that point.
Now, Lance, how do these 2 teams line up?
Well, it's going to be a tough match here. Head-to-head, as we said, Waterhouse have been dominant over the Arnett Gardens team for 3.5 years now. September 2016 was the last time we saw Arnett Gardens winning over them. Those statistics showing the last 4 meetings between them. We see 3 Waterhouse wins there and just 1 drawn result there. Arnett, Waterhouse back in December.
All right. Now, George, as we know, Arnett Garden, they want to get into that top 6 position. But what will they need to do tonight?
Look, they can't go gung-ho from too early in this game. They have to manage that aggression over the 90 minutes. They can't go flying into tackles. They'll be charged up. They're expecting them to be really aggressive. But it has to be about managing those emotions for Arnett Gardens if they are to be successful in this event. It's not about fitness or form. It's about motivation and managing that aggression over the course of the 90 minutes.
And a lot of that motivation will obviously come from their fans, which is usually a very hard crowd to please.
Look, this crowd is the toughest crowd in the land by far. If the game is not going the way of Arnett Gardens, the crowd will get on the backs of the players. If the players are playing well, then the crowd will get behind them. It's up to the players to determine the mood of the crowd and what energy the crowd gives them on the pitch.
Now, Lance, top of the table, Waterhouse will want to separate themselves from Mount Pleasant tonight.
Yeah, and they do have a good chance of achieving that based on their recent record against this Arnett Gardens team that they have been beating at will for the past 3.5 years, or certainly consistently. In them confidence here. Being the away team, they would want to start strongly. They would want to probably score early and get the home team off their game. But they are seeing the possibility of being regular season champions here, so they're going to take things as far as the regular season goes, game by game. And if they win tonight, they will be 3 points atop the table and closer to becoming regular season champions again.
Now, Irvina English was recently deceased. He played for Waterhouse, and he was the assistant coach at Arnett Gardens. How will that impact both teams tonight?
Well, both teams will want to put on a good show in math of his death. Waterhouse more so because he was more a part of the family than he has been for Arnett Gardens. But still, the Arnett boys will want to do their own tribute and expect whomever scores tonight to do something in memory of Irvino Dada English.
Yeah, a lot of emotion tonight, Shawana. One of the last goals that Irvino English scored in Red Stripe Premier League football was right here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex, a free kick in the goal to the southern end of the field. And as George mentioned, he was more closely aligned, of course, with Waterhouse because that was his team. That was the team that he became a Red Stripe Premier League icon with, a championship winner as well. But most recently, he was attached to the Arnett Gardens team as an assistant coach. So this current Arnett Gardens setup will feel very close to him, and the sadness of his passing probably almost as much as the Waterhouse team. So a lot of emotion riding on the game tonight.
All right. We send our condolences to the English family, the Waterhouse family, the Arnett family, to everyone who knew and loved Irvino English. All right, let's switch our focus now to what you can see coming up on the Home of Champions, and of course the Digicel Grand Prix final at the GC Foster College will be live on Saturday, 1:45 p.m. 2:45 ECT.
Yeah, the regular season in the NBA is getting old, but the Celtics still have to play the Bucks. Giannis won't be in the Bucks selection. Thursday, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. ECT on Sportsmax. The Rockets and the Lakers, 9:30 p.m., 10:30 p.m. ECT, also on Thursday. Again, Sportsmax, the destination.
UEFA Champions League football coming up on Sportsmax Tuesday afternoon, 2:30, 3:30 Eastern Caribbean time. 2:30 is the preview. Atlanta with a big 4-1 lead there for this return game. And look who is in a battle here. Liverpool, the defending champions, beaten in the first leg, 1-0 by Atletico Madrid. They need to get a result. You'll see it live on Sportsmax 2, starting with a 2:30 p.m., 3:30 Eastern Caribbean time pre-game show.
And we have RSPL action for you on Sunday as Cavalier take on Malines United, 4:55 p.m., 5:55 ECT on Sportsmax 2. And on Monday, we are at Waterhouse as a top-of-the-table clash is brewing when they welcome Mount Pleasant at 7:30 p.m., 8:30 ECT on Sportsmax 2. All right, we take our first break as we look ahead to this exciting fixture. We are in the jungle. We are at the Tony Spalding Sportsman, the top of the table, Waterhouse. We will be right back.
Here for Raymondville. Here to Holligan. Here to Holligan!
The Lord,
Was ball and finish for sure.
this is tactical stuff that was practiced at the training ground.
PDF going forward. Shot comes in, goal number 2. That is out of the top drawer. Ronaldo, Messi.
What's offside? Can't hit. Goal! Rantes. Lawrence puts the ball into the back of the net.
Defender to electrify the crowd. Look at this piece of play. I'm gone.
Spalding Sports Complex. You are tuned into Red Stripe Monday Night Football on the home of champions as Arnett Gardens welcome Waterhouse FC. Tonight it is 25 degrees Celsius and we're hearing news that it may rain tonight. It is quite a chilly night here at Tony Spalding Sports Complex. I am Shawana E. Banks if you are just joining us. Now let's take a look at these two teams and let me give you a little bit more information about them. Let's start with the Junglists, Arnett Gardens. So they were founded in 1977 and they're located in St. Andrew. Last season they went to the quarterfinals. Their last title was in 2017 and they have 5 RSPL titles, the 1978 and the last one in 2017. Now let's hear from the players to watch with Lance and George.
Yeah, Fabian Reed, the striker for Arnett Gardens, his form this season hasn't been great. Had a late start to the campaign, to be fair to him, so that may have affected him. Excellent with his back to goal, excellent in the build-up play. A versatile player, can drop into the midfield and do a job. Also can do a job on the defensive end, but it's goal scoring that Arnett will be depending on him for tonight. And one suspects that he is in the mood, he may be in the mood to provide the ammunition for the Junglists who need to get back into 6th spot to secure a playoff berth come the end of the campaign. Fabian Reed, a player to look out for.
There's Paul Wilson, a former Portmore and Cavalier player. A little man, only 5 feet 4 inches tall, but he's already scored 5 goals so far this season for this Arnett Gardens team. And a real quality player, has good dribbling skills, has a lot of confidence in his shooting ability as well. He wears the number 10 for Arnett Gardens, and he is one of the most creative midfielders in their setup. Shawana Banks, pre-match with Lamar Brown, assistant coach for Arnett.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, a win tonight puts you 5th in the standings. How important is that?
It is very much important to us as a team and as a community. 3 points is a must tonight.
Tonight's match is a rather sentimental one, as deceased assistant coach Irvinia English was a former player at Waterhouse and was from the community as well. What do you expect from these teams coming head to head?
Well, I mean, these two teams playing together is going to be a tactical game. We have to keep the team focused on what we have on and what to do on and off the field.
How do you keep them focused?
Well, pretty much keep them spirit high, talk to them about the positive, and also that we want to do it for English.
So if you win tonight, do you think you can win the title?
Well, as I said before, every coach's dream is to win a title, and surely, when we get the opportunity to reach a playoff, we're surely in for a chance.
No, that's the Junglist spirit. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Lamar Brown there with a very positive outlook, believing that if they win this game tonight and secure a spot in the top 6, they really do have a chance at winning the Red Stripe Premier League title this year. Let's take a look at Waterhouse FC, which was founded in 1968, also located in St. Andrew. Last season they were runners-up. Their last title was in 2006 and they have 2 Red Stripe Premier League titles. Now, George, who can we look out for in tonight's game?
Yeah. Well, Waterhouse have several players who are dangerous, but this man is the man stoking the coals in the engine room, Keith Simpson. He is an inspirational captain. He runs harder than any other Waterhouse player, tackles harder than any Waterhouse player, and he is one who leads by the vocal directions that he gives on the field. A man who you'd want to go to war with, Keith Simpson, and he's been a warrior for Waterhouse for the last, well, ever since he came back from his stint overseas. He has been a bedrock of this Waterhouse team, a key man in the setup.
Yeah, and here's the leading scorer for the Waterhouse team at the moment, Colorado Murray. 12 goals already on this season. He scored 12 goals for Tivoli Gardens last season, so he has kept his form going. Colorado Murray is a player with a lot of speed, a lot of confidence in his shooting ability too, and did have a stint some time ago with Harbourview as well. He's in good scoring form and needs to get some goals tonight. Damian Gordon is the assistant coach at Waterhouse.
Though Arnett may have added incentives to win tonight, you also want to separate yourself from Mount Pleasant, who you're ahead of on goal difference.
Yes, we're looking to
we're looking at this game as another game, which is 3 points. We're not too focusing much on Mount Pleasant and their results yesterday, but it will be good for us to win this game tonight.
You're playing both in the RSPL and the Caribbean Club Championship. How are you with squad rotation and team focus?
To be good, we have to commend the players for that. They have been excellent so far. The rotation for us has been hard as expected because of the quality players that we have.
How much does it linger on your mind that Waterhouse has never won the regular season, and right now you are in position to do so?
I don't think about that very much. We're just focusing on the game at hand, which is today. So we have to focus on that and then the next game after that.
And what's some of the things you've told the guys ahead of tonight's game?
It's just simple. We have to be disciplined. With and without the ball, we have to be disciplined. The choices we make tonight is going to bring us forward. I think moments in the game is a factor as well. We just have to take on our moments tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so on the Home of Champions comes Saturday, we have the Grand Prix final at GC Foster at 1:45 p.m., 2:45 ECT. Oh, and we have some cricket, lovely cricket, as India take on South Africa in the first ODI on Sportsmax, Thursday at 3 a.m. for ECT, so set your alarms. And the second ODI on Sunday at 3 a.m. for ECT between India and South Africa is on Sportsmax. Red Star Premier League action, Sunday action, is on Sportsmax 2. Cavalier play Malines United at 4:55 p.m., 5:55 ECT. And on Monday, we head to Waterhouse for a top-of-the-table clash when they welcome Mount Pleasant at 7:30 p.m., 8:30 ECT on Sportsmax 2. All right, guys, so the stands are filling up here at in the Jungle. We have the fans slowly coming in. As we know, we always expect some excitement here at Arnett Gardens, and they are expecting some excitement here on the pitch because they want their team to make it to the playoffs. But of course, I'm sure the Waterhouse fans are in the building as well because they are looking to stay atop of the table. We're going to take a break. It is Arnett Gardens Waterhouse kickoff is coming up next.
There from Emmafield. Hit a Holligan. Hit a Holligan!
The Lord was ball and finished for sure. This is tactical stuff that was practiced at the training ground.
PDF going forward. Shot comes in, goal number 2. That is out of the top drawer. Ronaldo, Messi.
Foot one side. Can't hit. Goal! Lawrence puts the ball into the back of the net.
And we are ready.
The role is to continue to drive for the development of the game here. Although players are selected from clubs abroad, they were developed in the league.
They're really quality players and they have really good attitude and you get your money's worth.
This match has turned up several gears.
One bag of gold medal pan me now. Red stripe alone champion boy go. Banner pour them a sing anthem to. Red stripe, watch out. Man shall I make a forward boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy score. Every goal when I run from boy. Red stripe Premier League champion boy now.
Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. We are under the lights for another Red Stripe Monday Night Football as Arnett Gardens welcome Waterhouse FC. It is currently 27 degrees Celsius here with a chance of rain. I am Shawana Ebanks if you are just joining us. Now the fans are coming in. The stadium is filling up nicely and we're all looking ahead to this exciting fixture. When these two teams come head to head, we expect fireworks, and of course that is at the top of our expectation list here tonight. Now these two teams, they have arguably the most intense, exciting fans, so let's hear from them.
I'm here from the Arnett Gardens Supporters Club, and we have a rival match tonight with Waterhouse.
One surgeon, come to take Arnett 3 points. Look over here, one left.
And I'm coming for a big win. I'm coming for a 3-1 victory over Waterhouse, and there's nothing can defeat me.
We predict the score if we done 3-1.
Anything they come with, they have to put their mouth, the money where the mouth is. The money where the mouth is. Big win for me.
Firehouse, straight.
All 3 points, my 3 points. Arnett Garden. One love, one destiny, one heart. Street. Junglist! Junglist! Big Arnett Garden. That's how we support it. Arnett Garden for life.
So that was Carlton from Arnett and Rohan supporting Waterhouse. Who do you side with? Of course, follow our social media page at SportsMax TV and share your views while you're watching Red Stripe Football Monday with us. All right, while you are at it, Lance Whitaker and George Davis are awaiting you in the commentary booth.
Less than 10 minutes to the kickoff now, and this Waterhouse team bubbling at the top of the point standings and heading for a regular season title. The last time they achieved that back in 2014, and there is a part of the Waterhouse crew and their management team looking on, and there are some Arnett people expectant tonight because they need to win tonight. If they win tonight, Arnett Gardens, George, will leapfrog Dunbeholden and Tivoli into 5th spot.
Peter Prendergast with the tinfoil paper in hand and enjoying what I won't venture a guess. I think it may be chicken. It may not be a pork man, but there he goes. Chicken being abused by Peter Prendergast right now. And oh, the bone. Oh, we're catching all of that. All right, so there we go. All right, nice director, nice one. We caught Peter there in a very good moment. So this game, there's a lot riding on this. 3 points at stake. Arnett desperately in need of the 3. Waterhouse can afford to lose this game and they'll still be fine, although their hopes of winning the regular season would have taken a hit. But Arnett, Tivoli have been breathing down their neck for several weeks now, and they finally have the upper hand. The pressure now squarely on the Junglists to respond to what Tivoli did on Sunday with that big win, putting them above Arnett Gardens in the race for that 6th and final playoff spot.
Yeah, so Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant join top of the table at the moment with 53 points. Portmore United winning yesterday by 3-1 over UWI. Tivoli 5-1 over Veer. Harbourview 2-0 over Malines. No goals at Effortville, where Humberland hosted Dunbeholden. Cavalier got an important win over Mount Pleasant. And tonight we're getting ready for Arnett Gardens against Waterhouse.
Waterhouse, Mount Pleasant, both on 53 points. UWI, Veer, they've been cut asunder at the bottom on 18 points each. And in the mid-table, Portmore, Humberland, Tivoli, Dunbeholden, and Arnett Gardens, a real bang-up thing for the rest of the top 6. And order is not even important. People just want to get to the postseason to be in a playoff spot and to have a shot at playing for the title.
Yeah, and just a matter of time that UWI and Veer United will be confirmed as the relegated teams. UWI without a win in their last 17 matches, Veer without a win in their last 15. And Malines the closest team to them, but Malines having 11 points on them at the moment, and that's not going to change much between now and the end of the regular season. There is some chance of rain tonight, and there was some rain earlier on today as well, but Arnett Gardens recognizing the importance of this fixture tonight, and emotionally charged atmosphere as well because of the murder of Irvino English, the Waterhouse former captain and championship winner in the Premier League, who up to 2 weeks ago was the assistant coach of this Arnett Gardens team. So both clubs battling tonight have been affiliated with Irvino English for a while.
The good thing is that when the game starts, that won't be a factor, and I'm happy for that. Don't want any emotional dumbbells to be attached to the players. There's Cornell Chinsu, a man who played against Irvino English as a schoolboy and, of course, at the Premier League level. In Arnett Gardens colours, Cornell Chinsu was, Irvino English in Waterhouse colours, and one Arnett Gardens stalwart still here, a Waterhouse stalwart as a player, gone, but certainly not forgotten. The fact is that emotionally, it will be an issue before the game. The man in the red wearing the Liverpool shirt, yeah, the man whose daughter came from China land, he was very worried that she may be a victim of COVID-19 and he wanted to get her out, boom boom. And the man in the blue, they say he is Earthman. He is a popular promoter on the local dancehall and party circuit in Jamaica. But I'm saying that I'm happy that we won't get into the business of this being an emotionally draining issue for the players. Irvino English's death, it will be a factor before and after, but when the ball is rolling, when the referee says play, these boys will be thinking about playing the game and getting 3 points for their club, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah, and as we said, more importantly for Arnett Gardens, because they are 7th in the table at the moment and they badly need a win to jump into a playoff spot. Not that they are overly worried about being in the bottom half of the playoffs, because last time they won the championship they actually finished 6th in the regular season. So Arnett is a team that can turn on the thrills when the playoffs start.
Yeah, but they've been disappointing in recent seasons. And look, the reason Arnett Gardens have been so easy to play against, if you look at their record against the better teams, everybody before Alex Thomas came in knew Arnett was going to play 3-4-3, 3 at the back, 4 in the middle, and 3 up front. They never wavered, they never changed for anybody. The good teams internationally, you can't play the same way against them tactically on every occasion, and Arnett did that, so they were easy for Waterhouse to plan for and to execute that plan against. Alex Thomas has come in, put in something different. Let's see if that difference can work tonight for Arnett Gardens.
Minutes ahead of the kickoff, O'Shea Nation will be the man with the whistle tonight. The ball boys coming through just ahead of the teams. Red Stripe Football Mondays tonight. Arnett Gardens looking for a result against the Waterhouse team that they haven't had in 3.5 years. They're also hoping to change something that hasn't been going right for them. That's their home record. Just 3 wins in 13 games, 5 draws, 5 losses for 14 points. Only UWI and Malines have inferior records at home. So Arnett Gardens, usually a fortress here in Trench Town, have had trouble winning in front of their home fans, and they want to change that tonight.
Yeah, like a porn star who has trouble getting it up in front of a production crew. But there'll be a minute of silence for Irvino English, and the fans being asked to stand for the anthem and then to recognize that minute beginning now.